She has got 10 #1 singles, more than 11 million albums sold to date, nearly 48 million followers on Twitter.
We're talking about the biggest female pop star in the world. Everyone say hello to Katy Perry.
Hi, Katy. We wish you could be here, but you're a busy woman on a worldwide press tour. So is video chatting how you keep in touch with friends and family while you're on the road?
Actually it is. I do use a lot of iChat, but I wish I could be there with the ladies who lunch so badly. Sharing stories and giving tips and asking for advice, because I've been watching you guys behind the scenes as we set up this shot, and you guys are real ladies talking some real issues, and I like that.
Oh, thanks so much.
So when the album Prism, just before it came out, you sent out some teasers, and one of which you were burning your infamous blue wig. So just how different is this Katy that we're getting on Prism right now?
Well, I was just trying to give the example that it was time for a new era to begin, because Teenage Dream came out 3 years ago, and, you know, we all change, our perspective changes, hopefully it grows and evolves, and we evolve as humans, and we have different other stories to tell, and so I collected 3 years worth of stories, and I made a record out of them, but it was important just to kind of show in that video that I was moving on, although I will always play the songs off of Teenage Dream on all of my tours, because you know when you go and see a show, what you really want to see is like all the songs you know, and so I'll be playing all those songs that you guys love.
We here at The Social have Roar on our playlist to get us pumped up for the show. What songs get you pumped up, Katy?
I'm in a real 90s phase right now. I'm listening, of course it's close to Christmas, so actually, I started in October, strangely enough. I listened to that I listened to the Mariah Carey Christmas album basically
Classic.
all day when I'm getting ready. But I love like early Madonna, early Mariah, early Whitney. I love some of that deep house stuff like CeCe Peniston, Crystal Waters. So you know what I'm talking about? I like those big soul divas right now.
That is huge. Okay, so let's talk about some of the songs on here. I know that you've said that Unconditionally right now, your favorite song on this album, you said it passes your goosebump test. What exactly is that?
Well, you know, I have this real visceral kind of physical reaction when I'm writing these songs at the end of the day, when I put all the pieces together and listen back at the soundboard. And it gives me kind of goosebumps all over my arms and my legs. And I kind of trust that moment as my intuition saying, hey, this could possibly mean something to someone. This song could mean something. And Unconditionally is a song about, you know, the highest level of love, like the nirvana of love, the level that we all hope and seek to get to, the level where there's no fear. And in concerning a relationship where you can not have to wake up an hour before he does and put your makeup on so you can look natural.
Another song
on
the album then, if we're going from Unconditionally to Legendary Lovers, which you said was inspired by an email chain. Can you tell us about what was this email chain, what was in this email and how that happened?
Well, you know what I do is I go on tour, and that's where I collect all of my nuggets for writing these songs, whether it's phrases or titles or things I've heard in conversation, idioms, double entendres, parts of speech, you know, language, and I put them in a recorder, and I go back and kind of have them transcribed after like a 2-year period, and I take this folder with all of these notes into the studio, and I see if any of this stuff still resonates with me and relates with what I'm going through in my life. But you know, Legendary Lovers came out of just me writing emails, and I said we could be legendary lovers, and it just kind of illuminated off of the screen as a title to me, and I put it in my little recorder, and that's how it came about. But it's got like this kind of India flavor. It's very spicy.
Oh, like that.
Speaking of spicy, you just announced a massive world tour, and since you're known for your over-the-top visual performances, what can we look forward to?
Well, the Prismatic World Tour will definitely be hitting up Canada because Canada is so important to me. You guys have been giving me so much love from the beginning of my career, and I always give back the amounts of love that is given to me. And so you guys are gonna have a lot of dates on this upcoming tour, which I will be announcing very soon. But let's just say that the summer is looking delightful for you.
Wow. Very nice.
And the setup of the stage, it has me literally in the audience. So I'm closer to the fans than I've ever been. And it won't be so, cartoony like the last one, but it will be wildly colorful.
Colorful. You know what? Your friendship's often very colorful, and I know that your girls, like one of our faves, Rihanna. I know you're all the social, right? So we're going to be creeping you on Twitter and Facebook and the whole nine, Katy. So what is that like to have that kind of friendship? And do you draw the line between what is personal between the two of you as friends and then trying to manage this public persona as well? Kate Hudson is another one. How do you manage that line?
Well, I don't think there's too much to manage because I'm really drawn to genuine personalities. I'm drawn to the people that are unaffected by this kind of spotlight or whatever has happened to them. I'm drawn to the down-to-earth girls, and Rhea is so unaffected and so sweet and down to earth, but very smart and still knows how to have fun. And, she's wild, and maybe I live some of my wild life through her. But, there's a lot. We talk about a lot. We have a lot to relate to. We're going through a lot of the same stuff. And, it's different kind of stuff. So, we kind of, really get to be with each other and kind of, come together on these ideas that maybe a lot of other people aren't going through. And we just go, hey girl, how's your situation going? And can you believe that this happened? And I know. And it's like all the behind the scenes stuff we get to kind of comment on. And that we get to share this kind of a life together as friends.
You have a lot of young fans. I have a niece who's 7 years old who's a massive fan of yours. I'm just wondering, what advice would you love for your young fans to know about navigating sort of girlhood in this day and age?
Oh, well, I think that you just have to be true to yourself in all situations and just kind of know self-love before any other love. That's something that I really learned this year a lot about, is kind of building up my own self-love before I give my love away. Because if you don't have that self-love, that self-confidence, and it's dependent on what other people think or what other people say, then it can be broken or taken away from you at any time. And it becomes very fragile and very scary. I would say just focus on loving yourself, building up yourself and your character, and try and live your life with integrity, and don't follow the trend.
Earlier this month, you surpassed Justin Bieber as the most followed celebrity on Twitter. How does that make you feel?
Terrified. Because, can you imagine, when I do typos, I didn't really go to school much because I decided to have this life. And so therefore I am very grammatically incorrect a lot, and use the words your and their in the wrong ways. And then I use it on Twitter, and I run my Twitter. My manager doesn't run my Twitter. My publicist doesn't run my Twitter. I hit the button and press send. That's why you can tell I run it, because there are so many misspellings. But I literally get crucified for a lot of that stuff. But it's a great way to have that direct connection with people whenever you need it, with a push of the button that is not, it's not controlled. It's just coming from the horse's mouth.
And P.S., if you just follow at Melissa Grello, Katy Perry, I will vet all of the tweets beforehand and ensure that there are no grammatical or spelling errors. You have my guarantee.
Thank you. Will you be my editor, please?
Yeah. Gladly, Katy. Okay, so last night you had a very, very special show. It was E-Talk Presents Katy Perry Prism. Now, you're used to performing in huge stadiums, big stadium shows. Last night, very intimate. What is that like for you as a performer?
I love doing these type of shows because it really showcases the song and showcases my voice. And I'm not very good at choreography anyways, so I don't have to dance. I don't have to pretend like I know how to dance. I actually don't have to masquerade as a pop star very much. I can kind of be who I really am, which is a singer-songwriter. You know, I started out just writing songs on the guitar, and then all of a sudden I'm in these wonderful glittery costumes and everything is so fun that it's nice to go back to kind of the essential oils of who I am and represent that side of myself. And it's really nice to do intimate stuff. I mean, sometimes it's fun to be able to be in the same kind of stuffy, hot air as the other 300 people, and we're all breathing the same air. And I get to look everybody in the eye so much more so than when I'm doing stadiums. But when I do arenas, actually, I get to bring a lot of fun bells and whistles.
Thanks so much, Katy, for helping us roar and for chatting with us today. The album.
Yes, of course. Thank you, ladies.
Take care. Thank you. The album Prism is in stores right now, and make sure you tune in to E-Talk Presents Katy Perry Prism on E-Talk Monday, December 2nd and Tuesday, December 3rd at 7 p.m. We'll see you after the break.